Hello everybody, welcome to Half Past Cha. My name is Hallie. You may be wondering, something is a little different. You would be correct in thinking that. Actually today we're going to be switching it up a little bit. I have a very special guest with me today who I will be interviewing and asking all kinds of questions. You'll get to know this person very well. Without further ado, I would like to introduce my guest, Mr. Suketu Patel. Oh,
I bet you didn't expect that one, did you?
So basically what this is going to be is in the future, we want to have podcast guests and, I really want to get some practice with that. So today we're going to be trying it out. I planned this podcast entirely myself. Saketu does not know what I'm going to be asking him.
I have no idea what we're going to talk about today.
We're basically just going to dive into everything you've ever done in your whole life. How about that?
Oh, wow. That's interesting.
So this is actually going to be really fun. I'm really excited for this. I planned this one. I'm going to be asking Saketu a lot of questions. And this is really just kind of a prep getting ready for some of the future episodes that we want to do, whether that be with couples or individuals, whoever. And so, yeah, Saketu, let's just get into it.
But does this mean that there's going to be a guest in the next episode?
Maybe.
That's exciting.
Maybe. We need to make sure that it works with their schedule. I don't want to plan something fully and then it doesn't work out. So we're just going to, check with these people, make sure that we can get them on an episode. It will be a really good one if it's the guest that I'm thinking.
Okay.
It'll be really good. Yeah. So, Saketu, let's just get into it. Your name is Suketu Patel.
That's it.
Why don't you give us just a little bit of an elevator pitch, background, deep dive, just a quick little something elevator pitch about yourself.
So my name is Suketu Patel. I'm just going to do it as if it was an interview. Tell me about yourself.
Well, I am interviewing you, yes.
So my name is Suketu Patel. I was born in India, came to America when I was about 3 years old, and then kind of just lived in Indiana my entire life after that. Been to India a few other times after, but still super American at this point. And after I went through high school, I went to college at a place called IUPUI. Love that place. Majored in computer engineering. Once I did that, I realized I hate computer engineering, but I finished it. So, that's good. But I finished computer engineering, got the degree, got the piece of paper, and then got a job in something completely different, business related. It's a rotational program at a biotech company, and I just wanted to see what else was out there. And so I did a lot of sales, marketing, and a little bit of engineering. And so now I'm currently a consultant, but also do a lot of video work just because I love making videos and I love creating content, a lot of YouTube work, a lot of contracted video work as well. So I started a business while I was in college called Patel Productions, still going today. It's amazing. It's a really good little business. I have brought Hallie into the business as now she is a photographer, and it's been a really good way of making money and supporting myself in the creative ways, like buying new camera equipment, taking us on trips that are going to help us, be able to create travel content, which I love doing. But yeah, a lot of TikToks as well. TikTok is a great one. But that's just a little bit about me. Future aspirations.
Oh, I'm getting there.
Okay.
I'm getting there. You don't have to touch on that just yet.
So that's about me. That's a bit about me. Yep.
Yeah, well, that was, wow. First off, that was a lot of good information. You actually touched on a lot of points that I want to be hitting. But since you mentioned the first thing that you said was that you were born in India, I want to go back to that a little bit, and we can kind of go back to your childhood, and you can tell me a little bit about that.
Oh.
So we're going to start with childhood. You were born in India, obviously, and you moved here to America. How old were you?
3.5 years old, baby.
3.5 years old. What year was that?
2000, October.
October 2000?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
That's it.
Yep.
Okay, so I want to go into your family a little bit. So you have your parents, and how many siblings do you have?
I got 3 older sisters. They are really nice when they want to be, but when I was little, they were very mean.
Well,
but,
yeah, you're the baby. You're the youngest boy.
I'm easy to make fun of and mess around with, so that happened a lot.
And what's the age difference between you and your sisters?
Pretty significant. My oldest sister is 11 years older than me, and my youngest sister is 5 years older than me.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty significant. That was a mistake.
Why do you think you're a mistake?
I mean, 5 years? That's a long time.
Well, your parents wanted a boy, did they not?
Yeah, they did. They did. So I guess they got what they wanted.
Well, and they kept trying until they had you, right?
Yes, they did. So that makes sense.
And maybe tell the audience a little bit. So why is having a boy, from like your parents having a boy, why is that significant to have a son in the family?
It's like in India, I feel like the way that they like signify having a boy is if you have a boy, that boy will take care of you for the rest of it. It's like a retirement plan for parents in India. It's like if you have a boy, they're going to be taking care of you once you get old. And so that's kind of the plan.
Do you feel that mainly is consistent in India, or did you grow up thinking that would also transfer when you moved to America?
Yeah, I think it also transfers here. Even though we're not living in the same house, if they ever needed any kind of help, I would always be there. So that's how I see it. Whereas like I feel like in India you just live together, but at the same time it's not like common for you to live apart in India. It's not like you can just go out and buy a house. Like here in America, you can just do that or rent an apartment or anything like that. Where it's in India, it's not that easy. It's not like they just make a neighborhood and like, hey, this house is for sale. At least I haven't seen anything like that. At least where we live, that doesn't happen. And so I don't think it's very common there.
Do you want to talk a little bit about where you're from in India?
Yeah, I'm a Patel, so we're Gujarati. So I'm from Gujarat, and that's where we're from.
So
in a small village.
The language that you speak is
Gujarati.
Okay.
And
Yep.
so we live in a really small village, about 3.5 hours from Mumbai.
And do you like it there?
Yeah, it's the best place. Out of all the places in India, I think we have one of the best locations just because it's like, I think it's like the Florida of India. Like it's like perfect weather. We do have a monsoon season, which kind of sucks, but it's a really good vacation spot. I love it, especially in December when it's not as hot. But it's a good place.
So how many times since you've left back in 2000 have you gone back to your home in India?
Quite a few times. So in 2000, we came here in 2000, then we went back in 2006, and then 2008, 2010, 2012, and 11, 10, 11, and then back again in 2014. So 2014 was the last time I went besides the time we went together. Mm-hmm. So quite a few times, but I think that it's hard to go to India every few years because it's so expensive.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not an easy journey to get there.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm used to it now. I think I've just gotten used to it.
Me, not so much, because it is, I mean, essentially a 23-hour plane layover, like the whole travel journey takes so long. And for me, that feels like eternity. Yeah. That is the longest time that I've ever been on a plane. The most times I've ever had to have layovers and switch my planes to be able to get somewhere, have those layovers, have to check my bags through customs and all of that stuff. That to me was so new, and that makes it really difficult. I mean, of course I want to go back. I want to go back so bad, and I'm so excited for the next time that we go, but it's so, for somebody who's not usually, equipped for traveling and has done that a lot, it's really hard.
Yeah. No, I agree. It's difficult, but I enjoy the travel aspect of things. Yeah. I like the process of the travel. I don't like the actual plane ride, but the process of like getting on the plane, getting off the plane, getting in the airport, walking around, getting to your gate. I love that.
So you just like being leisurely, is what I'm hearing.
I just don't like being on the plane per se for 8 hours. I mean, it sucks, but it's fine.
Well, yeah, because I mean, what are the different kinds of flights that you can take to go to India from here?
There's quite a few. You can do a 14-hour, you can do a 15-hour, you can do a 8-hour, and 3-hour. You could do a 1 hour, 8-hour. And so there's a lot of flights out there.
So it sounds like there's a lot. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot that you could pick from really to accommodate personally to you.
Yeah. I think I want to do the 15-hour one next time just because I can get it over with. Because it's like getting off and having to do the customs crap is just so annoying. So if, it would be so much nicer, especially there's tickets out there that if you lay over for a full day, it's like a full like $400 to $500 off per ticket. And if you do that, you get to spend like a day in Abu Dhabi or Dubai, which would be amazing. I would always want to do. It's like a free trip to Dubai, pretty much. Mm-hmm. So.
Okay, so going back to your time living in India, I mean, I know you were super young when you left there, but you've obviously visited multiple times since you left. So what is one thing that you really miss from India, from your life in India?
One thing I miss is probably, well, there's a few things, but if I had to pick one. Okay, so
name them.
One is the weather. I love the heat. Like, I love hot weather. Doesn't matter if it's like 100 degrees. Like, I like that. It feels good to me. And so that's something I miss. And then also all the people and how easy it is to just to know everybody, you know, like everybody knows everyone. Everyone's super friendly. It's like not very, like it just feels easier to live there. Mm-hmm. Like every aspect of life, it feels easier. It may not be easier for a lot of people, but with cost of living and all of that is insane in India.
Well, yeah, I mean, just from the time that I went there, seeing it's obviously so very different from here. And yeah, I mean, I feel like you don't really need a ton to have good housing, good living conditions, whatever it may be. Yeah. So with that in mind, what is the main source of income of like people in your village, for say?
Oh, it's farming. Yeah, farming is the main source of income for where we live, but it could be a lot of the people there have businesses. Mm-hmm. Whether it be like a dosa shop, which we got to see. Yeah. We got to see a family member of ours have a dosa shop, which is like huge popularity there. It's like the best dosas you can get.
Well, yeah, it's amazing food. How could it not? Yeah, it's going to do well.
A lot of businesses, and there are like 9-to-5 jobs that you can get, but not, at least in my village, I haven't heard of any like that. If you go to Mumbai, that's all that is. And there's no farming there, but that's all 9-to-5 jobs. Mm-hmm. That's more like a New York City.
Mm-hmm. So describe a day in the life in your village. What do you do? Wake up, start to finish.
Yeah, you get up pretty early, actually. You wouldn't expect it, but you get up pretty early. You go to the farm in the morning to make sure everything's good to go.
What kind of farm?
We have mango farms, chiku farms. That's the main ones we have, but there's also rice, banana. We have sugar cane, a few others, but a lot of
honestly, you're set farms. With all of those. Like if you grow those and you have those, you could live off that.
Yeah, there's a lot. And then every Saturday there's a farmer's market that if you don't grow certain things, you can go and get the things that you need. And it's all fruits and vegetables that are grown in the village. So it's not like exported outside of anything, which is what a farmer's market is. But anyways, it's pretty cool. Yeah, it's good. So you get up, you do all that, you go to the farm, you do what you need to, you come back home for lunch. Everybody's home for lunch, and you go back, do what you need to. At 2:00, 3:00, you drink some cha, take a nap. And then at like 5 o'clock, you call it a day. 6 or 5, you call it a day. And then you go to sleep or you just relax, do nothing. That's it. You drive around on your motorcycle. That's about it.
That sounds amazing, if you ask me.
It's pretty nice, but at the same time, I don't live there. It might be nice for a few days or so, but then like doing that every single day can probably get pretty hard and difficult. So I still think that it seems like a great time, but at the same time, it could get kind of hard. Like, let's say the rain doesn't come one year and doesn't come like often enough, and that's stressful as a farmer. And so definitely still hard, but it'd it'd be nice. It's relaxing a lot of the days.
I mean, I think if that's what you're used to,
Yeah.
then it's just life. Just like
Yeah.
here, we're used to working, hustling during the week, and we enjoy our weekends, and
Exactly.
that's how it goes. But then you have people that live there, and how often do your parents go back?
Every year they go back every year.
For how long?
About a month, which may seem like a long time, but it's not really a long time because everything there, it's like they go there for a reason usually. It's like to go do something with the bank, and that will take 2 weeks, and doing something with the farm, getting a contract signed, whatever it may be, that takes like a few weeks. So they have to get started right away so then they can finish all the different processes by the time they leave.
So, okay, I have a question. You said that stuff takes a few weeks. Why do things take longer? Or like
There's 1.4 billion people in India.
Just because it's more populated?
Just so many people doing the exact same thing, right? So it just takes a long time.
Okay.
It's a very crowded place. And even though our village isn't crowded, but like going to the bank can be difficult because there are so many people there all the time. So it's a lot.
Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, that makes sense. I guess, like we don't live here. We don't even live in a super crowded area. So like say we go to the bank to do something, it can be done right then. But I have to take into consideration, you probably don't have as many banks.
Yeah, you don't.
So
but
people
like,
just come and...
this is how it goes. India, 1.4 billion. China, 1.4 billion. United States, 333 million. So like you got to think
Big
like
difference.
That's like the top 3 countries with population right now. I mean, I don't know the 4th and 5th. I think I don't remember, but that is insane. The difference between 333 million versus 1.4 and 1.4. So China and India make up like 1/3 of the entire population in the in the world. Mm-hmm. Just crazy to me. And India is not even that. I mean, it's huge. Yes, it's big, but it's not like big, like huge. You know what I mean?
But it is.
It's
in the sense
big.
that it's the biggest in the world.
But like the land, I'm talking about the amount of land you have. It's just, I mean, it's almost, I think it's a little less than the United States. And so, yeah, it's insane. It's crazy how many people are packed in a small area. So, It's nuts.
Yeah, and I can say from when I went to Mumbai that I experienced that more than anything because there were so many people there. First off, it was a Sunday, so it was a day off for people. Yeah. And there were cricket tournaments going on. There were tons of tourists there. I mean, I have never seen that many people in my entire life. And I will probably never see that many people in my life all at once again. It was crazy. But it's so interesting because, again, it's just so different than anything you'd ever see here. So I have another question for you.
Yes.
Going back to your home life in India, tell me a little bit about your living situation, what you grew up in. You have a little bit of a different house now, so I want you to talk about that a little bit.
But when I was little?
Yeah, the house that you lived in compared...
In India?
Yes, compared to now.
I mean, it was just like a, I guess you could describe it as like a villa here. It's like 2 houses connected to each other. So our next door neighbors were like cousins in a way, and then we lived on the other side, and so that was it. It was just like one hallway. I mean, people know like the generic Indian household. Like a lot of people have the exact same foundation and structure of like what our house is in India. And so like it's just the front porch, you go in, you see the living room and the little storage area, and then you keep going, you see a bedroom, you keep going and you see a little like a dining room area with a kitchen, and then there's like stairs to go upstairs, but like upstairs is all like mud floors. And so there wasn't like, and you can't really, in India it's like not good to like stay upstairs because heat rises, and when it's hot in India, it's just hot upstairs, unless your whole house is made of concrete, which our new house is made fully of concrete, which doesn't, it makes it so it's cooler inside the house, whereas like our old houses were either, like our second floor was like fully made of like mud.
That would be hot.
And so it doesn't really, it like the sun just or the heat just goes in through that very easily.
And so what are the hottest months in India?
May, June, July. Yeah, it's pretty hot.
That's monsoon season, correct or no? Is it after that?
Monsoon season is after that. I think it starts in like July. End of July. Pretty sure. I'm not positive. I can look it up, but I think that's when it is.
So you said you like hot weather. Do you like that hot weather?
I don't know if I like it that hot. I mean, it gets like that can get up to like 110 to 115 every day. And so
I don't know about that.
That's like hot. So wait, look, right now it's June. And so if I look up the weather in India, so right now here in Indiana, it's
hot here
it's
today.
88 degrees Fahrenheit. Don't know that in Celsius, everybody. Sorry about that. And right now where I live in India, it is exactly 85 degrees Fahrenheit, but it's at night.
Okay, yeah, well, it's a 2.5 hour time difference.
The top temperature is, the highs are in the 96, so 96, 95, 95. So every day it's like that. But that's in Navsari, and that's like where we live in India. So that's hot. Yeah.
Well, yeah, even when we were there in March, it would hit 102, 103 every day.
That's weird that it's not hot right now. It's not that hot right now.
It's not that hot.
Okay, it's hot.
Okay.
It's probably, yeah, no, it's hot. But, yeah, no, I don't know. So, yeah, no, it's a little bit too much.
Personally, back even in March, that was too much for me.
I don't know why it was so hot in March. It was so hot.
So we were there end of February, but the second that it turned March, boom, it was unreal.
So if it's 100 degrees outside, in the car, it can be 140, like death weather. Like that can kill you.
Yeah.
So it's not good.
Yeah. So in the coming years, will you be going to India in the colder months?
Yeah, definitely. January. That's why it's more expensive to go there. So December, January are the most expensive tickets to go to India because it's so much nicer in weather-wise.
Okay. Yeah. No, that makes sense. And I think in the future, I would like to go in a colder month because personally, I thrive when it's a little bit colder, like here, 50, 60 degrees. I love that.
I hate that. I like it 70
You're
or
built
above.
for the hot weather.
Yeah.
I'm built not for the hot weather.
70 to 80 is like ideal temperature.
Yeah.
That's like perfect. That's where Florida is. We should move to Florida.
They have big creatures that never die.
Big bugs.
I don't know that I can ever live there.
Arizona?
Because of that.
That's
Absolutely
like
not.
really hot. Arizona's
Absolutely
like
not.
really hot.
Well, it's just so dry there.
Yeah.
I could not live there. But that's just me. So just to kind of start wrapping things up on the India topic, because it is such a big part of your life, obviously, and it's very fun to talk about. I don't think a lot of people really know about that. What was it like? I mean, obviously you were super young, but do you remember much of coming to America for the first time when you were just a baby, 3?
Not really. The only thing I remember is a little bit of the house that we had and coming onto a plane. And because I was so small, I would lay there's 3 seats, and so I would lay on the people's laps. So it was like my mom and my dad and my sister, and so I would just lay flat on top of them pretty much and go to sleep that way. That's what I remember. I remember doing that, and then I remember saying, where are we going to get milk from? And I was very concerned about it because milk was very important. It's still important to me.
Well, yeah.
And I need milk every day. And so that was my main concern. And I was like, because we left our cows at home. And I was like, we didn't take our cows. So I was like, where are we going to get our milk from?
That would be so sad.
And so, yeah, that's all. That's all I remember.
To me, that's all you remember.
Yeah.
To me, it still is just wild that your parents were able to make that happen and make that jump and be so courageous to do that, because I can't even imagine doing that. They were in, what, their 30s? 40s? No, 30s.
Late 30s, yeah.
They would have been in their 30s, yeah, because you're 25 now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I just can't even imagine that. Like,
Yeah.
how big of a jump that is. I can't even wrap my head around that. That is crazy.
Yeah. It's pretty nuts that they only came with what, 6, 7, 8, like 10 suitcases.
Your whole life in 10 suitcases.
Whole life with 10 suitcases.
And you basically have to start fresh at that point.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy that I know, like, now I feel like it'd be way harder for people to do that, but it still happens. People still do that.
Well, yeah, and I mean, your parents bringing 4 children, you just a baby, that would be so difficult.
I think.
And did they know English at the time?
No English.
Oh
no
my
English.
gosh.
And so I think back then it was definitely easier to do that because of the cost of living. I'm going to keep mentioning that because cost of living in America is almost impossible now here. I looked at a statistic. To live comfortably, average, this is the average, not like New York, California, but average, to live comfortably in the United States, you need to make after taxes. This is not like pre-tax. This is after taxes. You need to make $68,000 a year to live comfortably. That's just like normal essentials, right? And so I think that the fact that they came at that time, it wasn't that way. Like we didn't have much, but we could survive off the things we had. Like my mom was doing working for $5 an hour, and my dad was doing like $7 an hour. And so that with 4 kids nowadays,
oh my
not
gosh,
possible.
No, that's not possible.
So yeah,
just think about the cost of food and groceries for that many people.
So like that's back then. I remember we didn't buy like anything except from we bought our groceries from like Aldi and stuff, but like back then it was it wasn't that expensive to do that. We could get a full month's worth of groceries in one trip, and that was it. I mean, it wasn't like too difficult to do that.
Yeah.
That's all I remember, though. I don't know the full details. My parents definitely know the full details. We should get them on here.
I was going to say, it would be really good to talk more in depth about this because I really would like to, because there's so much in your childhood growing up that made you who you are today.
Yeah.
That I think would be really... So maybe we should do like a part 2 episode with this featuring your parents.
Yeah. Or it might be better to have someone like my older sister, because she remembers the details better than my parents remember the details.
Well, how old was she when...
She was I don't know her age, but she was going into 10th grade. She was going to 11th grade in India, but she had to go through 10th grade here.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay, well now I have so many questions, but we need to move on to other ones. But I think it would definitely be good to do a part 2 of this because there's so much there, and to have one of your sisters come on, your oldest sister, come on talk about this because she's going to remember the most.
Yeah, probably the most.
Oh, that would be so good. Okay. Comment if you want to see that one because that would be really good.
Yeah.
So just to wrap this up, one more question about India. How do you feel like your life would have been different if you stayed in India versus coming here if you still lived in India?
I definitely would not have finished school or gone to college. I just don't think I would have done it. Knowing that my dad, because we had land, right? My parents were like strict in education. They wanted me to have a good education and all of that. That's why they moved here. But I feel like if we stayed there, I would have done something else. I would have found something else to do. I don't know what it would be, but I don't think I would go to school.
Yeah.
Just because I was never motivated I was motivated in school here because I liked the social aspect of school, but I don't think there's that as much a social aspect in I don't know, maybe there is. I can't say it because I've never been to school in India, but it's a lot different. So I don't know. I think I would have been a farmer. A farmer?
Well, I mean, your dad owned so much land already.
Yeah, I would have figured something out. Or I would have just spent time trying to come to America. Because that's what everybody does, I feel like, in India. It's like, how can you get to America? Or Canada? Mm-hmm. Like, that's the goal.
Why is that the goal?
The American dream.
The American dream.
That's the goal. I mean, that's everybody's goal is that. Besides the people who live in a lot of the countries in Europe. Mm-hmm. They like it there. Mm-hmm. But, like, India...
Europe's pretty cool.
China... these other countries, they all want to come here for education. Yeah. They want to go, they'll do their bachelor's or whatever in their specific country, and then for their master's, they'll try and find a way to study in the U.S. And then once they do that, they'll get either a company that will support an H-1 visa and get the be able to work here full time. And so that's the goal that a lot of people have. But it's definitely hard.
Yeah. Well, thank you for all of that. That was great. I think we're definitely going to do a part 2. I feel like I'm really interviewing you. Like,
This
I
is
don't know you.
great.
I'm trying to get to know you.
Yeah. Can I get your number?
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, that's inappropriate, everybody.
I know. I'm trying to interview you. I'm trying to interview you. Okay. So with that, I kind of want to move into hobbies. So Suketu Patel, please tell me about paint a picture for me of what a day in your life currently looks like.
Hobbies.
Yeah.
I love to get up in the morning.
Yeah.
When I was a little kid, I used to cry if I woke up after 10 o'clock.
Why is that?
I just didn't like it. I hated wasting my day.
Oh, I get that.
And so even now, like on the weekends, I try, like no matter what, 9 o'clock is the max. Like I don't wake up after 9.
Let's be real.
Come on. You gotta be honest. What time do you wake up today?
7:30.
Exactly. 7:30. It's a Saturday today, and we woke up at 7:30. But like I think that's one of my big things. I like to wake up early. I'm not an early bird. I'm not an early person. Not a morning person.
Facts.
But I like to get up early because I don't want to waste my day. What else? I like to make videos.
Now go through your day first. Come on, you're skipping ahead.
Go through the day. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotta drink chai in the morning. There's been days where I don't drink chai, and I just hate everything about that.
Yesterday was one of those days, and we both were crashing.
I just don't know what it is. I didn't realize how much caffeine is in chai.
It's really not that much, though.
I
We just think we need it.
Chai since I was like really young, maybe like 6, 7. I've been drinking chai since that age, so it's like I'm like addicted to it. But like I didn't know I was addicted to it until I realized what happens when we don't drink it.
Yeah.
And so yeah, chai, and then but before I do that, first thing I gotta do is use the restroom.
That's a nice way to put it.
I gotta
You destroy that bathroom.
I gotta take 30 minutes in the morning and just
At least
relax. And then I take a shower, and then I come down, drink some chai, which my beautiful wife, Hallie Patel, always has ready for me because she's amazing. And then I will go upstairs and start working, whatever it might be.
Okay. And then you work a full day.
Full day.
Or you go in the office.
Or I go in the office. And so that's a typical day. And then after I get back, once again, my beautiful wife, Hallie, will have dinner prepared. But she's also working, everybody. I don't know how she does it. And so...
Not without challenges. It's hard.
We'll come home, eat dinner, and get ready for like watching a show, going on a walk, and doing something at night. Streaming Fortnite and Fall Guys. And we've tried GTA. That failed desperately.
Yeah, we haven't tried since.
We stream a lot. And so if you ever want to watch us, at Suketu Patel on Twitch. And then we also... after like 5 o'clock, if I have time or if I need to, I'll be editing videos, whether it be for TikTok or wedding or for YouTube. I'll be editing something. I try not to film on the weekdays. Usually on the weekends, I'll be doing any kind of filming. But the weekdays, after 5, usually editing or doing something like that.
And you have to consider, too, that if we go in the office, we almost always do a workout at lunch.
Yeah.
So we get a workout and all of that as well, which is good.
I forgot to mention, either going to be a morning workout, meaning like I'll run in the morning, or an actual like weightlifting or something like that in the middle of the day.
Yeah. Which, I mean, it's crazy that if you think about all the things that we already pack into our day, that we fit a workout in as well, we fit a walk in, we still are able to fit time in for us, to make dinner, to blah, 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 to do all these things.
Yeah, it's a lot.
And when you actually say it out loud, you realize how chaotic it can be. In the weeks, sometimes they drag on forever, and sometimes they feel really, really quick.
Yeah, it's facts. So it's just a lot.
Yeah, and it's a lot, and especially when you do it over and over and over. I mean, it's just like a nonstop cycle. but that's just life, baby. So you mentioned some of your hobbies, but why don't you tell me a little bit more? You like to do videos, you like to go into
Okay,
it.
so running, biking.
So exercising.
Biking is huge. I love biking. Then video, so like creating videos on TikTok, creating videos on Instagram, YouTube, streaming video games, like Fortnite is one of the big ones that we play. Then also weddings, like filming for weddings. What other hobbies do I have? Traveling. I love traveling, everybody. I love to create travel videos as well. And so any kind of day trips are also really fun, whether it be driving or flying. I very much so enjoy that. What else? Ooh, I love to wash cars.
Oh, you're really good at
Car
that.
washing. I have a whole kit out there
You're my
provided
car
by
washing boy.
Hallie over here. And so I love washing cars.
Mm-hmm.
And I like to also just work in the yard. Sometimes I just go outside and look at the grass. I just
That's
enjoy
new.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah, I just like, because I'm like, wow, I did this, you know? Yeah. I like doing that.
Good to know, because in the future we're going to have lots of yard work coming up that you're going to be conducting, and I will be watching.
Yes.
Because I do not enjoy doing that because of allergies.
Yes, and I have a lot more to do. So we'll see. But yeah, that's fun.
So you mentioned your videos. For somebody who, hopefully all these people have watched your videos, but for somebody who hasn't watched your YouTube videos, one, what kind of YouTube videos do you make? And two, how would you describe them to somebody who doesn't watch them?
I would say lifestyle videos. Definitely more so on the vlogs and relationships, and sometimes it's informative. Sometimes it's like something finance based. I love making finance tips and tricks videos. I know we did that for our house once.
That's really another one of your hobbies is finance stuff.
Yeah,
You're very
finance is
passionate.
definitely a hobby.
Yeah.
But I also made a video when we went to Hawaii, what we spend in a week. That was super fun to make for me because I love crunching numbers.
You math minor.
Yeah, I love that. And then, what was the question?
I said, how would you describe your videos to people who don't watch them?
So yeah, those are the kinds of videos I post on like YouTube and stuff. TikTok is fully like our relationship, us messing around with each other, or just doing fun things. That's what our TikTok is mainly based on. That's it. That's about it, I'd say. I kind of want to move towards like creating a new channel maybe to be able to talk more into the finance parts of things, because my channel doesn't really mix well with finance-based videos.
So it seems like, I mean, not seems like, I'm saying this as if I don't know you. You make a ton of different kinds of videos. Which one is your favorite versus which one does the best? Which kind of video does the best?
Definitely our relationship videos do the best.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of like our people all over have similar situations as we did, and so a lot of people like to watch those kinds of videos. Interracial relationships, how to tell your parents about certain things, stuff like that. So that's the kind of like basis that I've gotten people to come over. But the most amount of like content is our relationship, and how even like from TikTok has brought so many people even onto my YouTube channel. Like I'll get subscribers daily, and it's not from my YouTube videos. It's from people going on my TikTok, looking at my link tree, going to YouTube, subscribing to me like that, and that happens on a daily basis. So
That's crazy.
TikTok is still like top of everything, because even when we stream, we always ask, how do you guys know us? It's always TikTok. It's never anything else, like ever. Mm-hmm. And so I think the best is definitely relationship videos.
Yeah. But which one's your favorite to make?
My favorite kind of videos are definitely travel videos, when we're traveling, because it's just easy to film cool things. And then coming up with more informative videos. I made a video on like this house. I made a video about like what is it? when I was outside that one time about how we don't have time.
No.
Ever. Yeah.
What video are you talking
And so,
about?
like, I love making informative videos and how to help. I want to, like, help by making my videos, but, you know, it's tough.
It is because there's a certain thing that people start to get to know you for on social media. And for you on TikTok, not unfortunately, but, you know, it is because of our relationship, because we are an interracial couple.
Yeah.
And so that really ties into the demographics that you bring into your videos. And not all those people want to watch the informative videos that you actually want to make.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And so that can be hard.
It is hard, but you know, I still enjoy it, and I think that if I'd stopped, I won't ever get anywhere. So I got to keep going.
So how often do you make videos?
I would say I want to do it every week. I create content every day, but I want to post like minimum every other week.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully that's possible. My ideal situation would be posting every week.
You used to do that.
I used to. I used to post twice a week on YouTube back when I was in college.
You did.
For 2 years straight, I posted 2 videos a week. College is a different game, everybody. College is cake compared to full-time work.
Well, compared to, when you move into the rest of your life, yeah. You know, we
Yes.
lived with our parents. Things were so easy.
Yeah, you don't have to pay as many bills, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
I was complaining about paying for my one credit card bill, and I was like, wow, I can't believe that was the thing. I got like 17 different bills.
Well, it's just, you have so many more responsibilities as
Yeah.
you get older, and unfortunately, things that are your hobbies, such as making videos, kind of get put to the back.
Yes,
And
and you got to put your
burner.
health first, too. You got to
Yeah.
put your work, your health, and then it's your hobbies.
Your health,
Okay,
health, work,
wait.
hobbies. Wait,
Family. Family, health, work.
No, I put hobbies and then work.
Oh, hobbies and then work.
Yeah, because work.
Work and then hobbies. Because if you don't have work, you can't do your hobbies.
Well, but at the same time, you need to put yourself and your family above everything.
Yeah.
And everything else just falls beneath that. And for me, that's work, because everything else in my life is so much more
Well,
important.
maybe health and then family. Because if you die, then you can't take care of your family.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well,
Okay.
basically, not in that order, but we've got these things that are really important to us.
Facts.
So, Saketu, you mentioned earlier your background a little bit. So, dive into that a little bit more, your college background, what you do for work, and then I want to ask you about some of your passions and your goals in life.
Let's see here. Background is in computer engineering.
Mm-hmm.
Did some internships as a computer engineer, wrote some scripts, programmed for 8 hours a day. It was fun, but not my thing. I just didn't get into it. You know, if I had really tried in college, I think I could have been a lot more successful in the programming side of things, but I just was not into the whole programming. I love solving problems. I love doing that. But the actual doing the programming side of things, I just wasn't the best at. And so,
Not your strong suit.
not my strong suit. And so, had to finish out the degree, of course, but I did a lot of memorization to be able to pass that. And so, once I did that, I decided to go into more of the business side of things. My current position involves consulting, and so I do a lot of data analytics, as well as lab designing, architectural. Like, it feels like I'm an architect sometimes, but it's not really. I'm just doing like the basic lab designs, doing like 3D scanning. So there's a lot of that, which I still use a lot of my degree in what I do, which is nice. I do some programming here and there in Python, but not too much. And so that's kind of my current state. My future state, I would like to be in the product marketing space.
Mm-hmm.
It could be just the marketing aspect of things. I just like to be creative, but also solve problems. And the whole point of product marketing or sales is you're coming up with a solution to a problem, which is like, why is the customer not seeing what we're doing? How can we make it more visible? How can we create the ability to market whatever product or whatever system in a way that everybody understands, but also is competitive in the space that we're competing in. So that to me is really interesting and really fun. Hopefully I can get into that space soon.
Yeah, so with your current background and the current job that you have, you said you use a little bit of your degree, right?
Yeah.
So if you were to do college all over again, would you get the same degree? Why or why not?
Ooh, good question. I would switch my degree to business because I want to learn more about the accounting side. I want to learn more about the finance side of things. I want to be able to learn more on the, you know, the back end of the business. And that's why I want to get my MBA, is being able to take those kind of classes and learn more about how can I understand the business even more than I already do. But there's just some concepts like product lifecycle management, the different marketing techniques that people use, just having an arsenal of tactics and tools and tutorial and what's it called, templates would be nice. And so I think I can do it myself. I don't think I need an MBA to do that, but I think it'd be accelerated if I do that.
Mm-hmm. Well, obviously I know you now. I knew you back when you were, you kind of always knew what you wanted to do. You wanted to do engineering, right? Was that your parents' decision or yours?
That was, originally it's just like I saw my sister wanted to be an engineer, so I wanted to be an engineer. And so I was always like, I'm going to be an engineer. But then like high school came around and I actually wanted to make videos. I wanted to go to film school, and then I was like, do I really want to go into film? Like, I want to make YouTube videos. I don't want to make a movie. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so the film school thing kind of just, no. That didn't happen, but I still applied to a lot of film schools. And then I was like, okay, engineering, I've already taken 3 engineering classes 4 engineering classes while I was already in high school, and I really enjoyed it. I love solving problems. And so I was like, you know what? I'm good at it. Might as well do it. And so I did it, but I didn't expect it to be so boring. I didn't expect it to be the way it was in college. I think that being an engineer in the field is actually a lot more fun. Being an engineer like at a company is a lot more interesting than going to school for being an engineer. So yeah, I didn't like the school aspect of things, which kind of just like turned me off on the whole engineering road pathway or whatever it may be. And so wanted to go into the business. Because I started doing video and filming, I started understanding, how do I start a business? Once I started the business for videography, I was like, wow, this is fun. This is cool.
Well, yeah, and so your background and your experience, you have so many different kinds of skills and like all this knowledge that you have, because you said you're interested in finance and accounting, you're interested in engineering, you're interested in video. In the business side of things, all these kinds of things. It's so interesting because knowing you now and how good you are with money, accounting, that kind of thing, you could have really, really thrived, I think, in college doing that thing. You thrived in computer engineering. I'm not saying that you didn't, but you weren't passionate about it. Whereas I feel like this, you would have been a lot more passionate about.
I was definitely not passionate about computer engineering, but I think you're right. 100% right. I feel like I would have definitely been into it a lot more in the business side of things. And also there is a huge eagle outside, by the way.
Oh, wow.
That is huge. And anyways, the whole thing about business, I feel like I would have just been like really into it. And plus, a lot of the business people in school are really stupid. And so I think that I would have been able to excel a lot more. Whereas like all the engineering students are freaking geniuses. Like they were all smarter than me. And so it's like,
That's not true.
I was like competing against the top of the line people, right? And I was doing well. I did really well in college. I got like a 3.7, but I think that I would have I think I would have killed it if it was in business side of things.
Well, you have to think about it too. I mean, you just said you were competing against the top of the line people, but they're probably passionate about what they were doing.
Yeah.
I've seen firsthand and I've experienced that if you're not passionate about what you're doing, then you're not going to be good at it.
Yeah.
Or at least you're not going to be the best at it. So do you think that when you first started college or when you're in high school that you even knew that you were passionate about money and finance?
No, not really. I wasn't passionate about it until I had the money. Now that I have money, I feel like now I know what to do with it, but like how does it work in business? I still don't understand that. And so I want to learn more, but I don't think, I wasn't like crazy into understanding a business. Like I could have, the videography business that I have right now, I could have like taken off with that. If I had been in a business degree, I feel like I would have understood what I was doing a lot more. Whereas like that was like secondary for me. Like videography was just secondary and I was fully focused on computer engineering and understanding that. But like if I was in business school and starting a business at the same time, oh my God, I don't even know where I would
Like
be.
in your MBA, is that what you're saying? Like
No,
your
like
like in your
instead,
undergrad.
if I had like been in undergrad business school and starting a business at the same time, I would have had my professors to like lean on, understand how to start it, ask questions about, the tax exemptions, how to understand how to deal with like county laws and dealing with LLC laws, understanding how to like make sure that I'm in the commercial space and how to get my commercial license for different things like a drone license and all these things that I had to find out myself on Google. Whereas I know these professors and experts already know how to start a business. And if I had like the opportunity to talk to them in person, it would have excelled my business and my career way faster when it came to that side of things.
So my next question is going to be, what kind of business would you want to have?
Yeah, I would do videography of some kind. I think I could build a cool video team at some point in life. It'd be nice to kind of get a baseline of that, and I know that I could get a good amount of people interested, especially from IUPUI. Just like putting an expert out there saying, "Hey, come make videos with me," and so that'd be kind of fun. I think that's a really good way of starting, at least.
I agree. So with that in mind, would it be strictly wedding videography or just everything?
I think I do everything. I'm more so more so on the what's it called, enterprise side of things. There's a lot of companies out there that need videos, and I think I could do pretty well. Don't have all the equipment to do it, but I think that a lot of companies kind of go overboard on the equipment when you don't really need all that equipment. They usually have like 6 or 7 lights and like huge stage and like
Really, do you need all that always?
backdrops, and I'm
No.
I use natural light, one lens, one mic, and I'm good to go.
You make it work perfectly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and your content always comes out perfect.
Yeah.
So
I don't think it's that bad.
Yeah.
So,
I think it's great. I think you're doing a great job.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. So a little bit deeper of a question to kind of wrap this up, because we are going to have to end the episode soon because we've been talking about so many great things.
Yeah, it's been a while, guys.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry. It's so long.
No, this is great. This is exactly what I wanted. I really wanted Saketu to get deep today, to talk about all kinds of things, and I think we've done a pretty good job of that.
Yeah.
So my last question to wrap this up is, you're 25 now.
Mm-hmm. 25.
Yeah, you're going to be 26 in just a couple months. Nutty. What would you tell yourself 10 years ago? What would you tell your 15-year-old self?
15? Okay,
What would
let's
you
see.
go
I gotta
back and say to him?
15. I didn't even know who Hallie was. Oh my goodness. Let's
You
see.
did a few years later, a couple years later.
A Okay, 15. I was in
10th grade?
10th grade.
About.
15, 16. I was a junior 17. And then 16, I was a freshman 15.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was a freshman.
The freshman 15. That's funny, but you're in high school.
I was a freshman, and so let's see. What would I say? Oh yeah, I started off freshman year, pretty scared of high school, and trying to take it way too seriously. I would say don't take school so seriously and be better at track. Focus on track. I'd say that. I was definitely not focused in track, everyone. I should have focused in track because I believe that if I had focused, I could have been a really good runner.
You still were good, but I mean, there's always room for
I got to varsity sophomore year, and then junior year just dropped off. I just am so mad about that. So if I had just stayed focused through sophomore, junior year, I feel like I would have been really good. So I would tell this man, hey, get your ass up and start working hard. That's what I'd say.
Yeah.
Especially in track. And I would tell him, focus on YouTube, to be honest. Just do YouTube. Don't care about school as much. Do YouTube. 100%. That's what I'd say.
I think that's pretty good. I would probably say that as well, because imagine if you focused so hard on it back then, like you did in the years coming.
Yeah. Dude, it would have been nuts. It would have been nuts. I wish I had made more YouTube videos in high school because I had infinite time. It's not like high school was hard, so yeah, I wish I definitely focused on that more. And then I'd also whisper the name Hallie. I just keep it Hallie, 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 and then I hope you get the hint, because I can't just say go find Hallie and tell her you love her.
Yeah,
I can't say that
weird.
because I know he would do that. My 15-year-old self would do that. Okay.
Hello, is there a Hallie here? I love you.
And so yeah, no, I would definitely give him the hint. That's it.
Yeah. It's so interesting how our perception changes as, like you said, you were in high school. And are you really checking your phone right now?
Mm-hmm. I'm fine. I'm good.
What's up?
Everybody?
You distract me.
Welcome to Half Past Cha.
Oh my gosh. I was just going to say, it's so interesting how our perception changes as we get older, because you just, like in high school, we thought, oh my gosh, we're so busy. And then in college, oh my gosh, we're so busy. And then now full time, we're like, oh, we're so busy. Just wait till we have kids. We'll think completely differently about right now. Whereas now we think differently about high school and college. And we're like, we had so much time. Isn't that just crazy to think about? I think it's crazy.
That is nuts to think about.
When did you graduate high school?
2016.
So 7 years ago?
Oh my God. That's nuts.
So I graduated 2017. 6 years ago. Wow. That's
all right. Well,
absolutely
everybody
crazy.
got a really good overview of my entire life at this point.
Well, there's honestly way more that we could have gone into,
Yeah.
but for the sake of time, I didn't, because I want to do a part 2, and I want to include maybe somebody from your family as well.
That'd be
because
fun.
That would be really good, and that person could also talk about Saketu growing up and what kind of brother he was, and all kinds of stuff, which would be really interesting, I think, for everybody to hear. So, Saketu, as we wrap this up, what is one thing that you really want the people to know about you?
I want you to know that at some point in my life, I will be creating content full time. And I need your help, okay? I need your help. Go subscribe to Half Past Cha. Go subscribe to Suketu Patel on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram. Go look it up. I will get there. I know I will. But it's just going to take some time. Mm-hmm. If I don't get there, I'm going to start a video company of some kind. So either way, going to make videos for the rest of my life. That's it. That's all I want everybody to know.
I love that. I love that for you. I love that for both of us. I love that you've been able to document so many cool parts in our lives by making videos. And we just go back constantly and watch those.
Yeah.
Like some of my favorite videos are from when you were in high school. We were in high school and college. They're the best.
Oh, yeah. They're fun to watch.
Yeah. So, Saketu, thank you so much for being my first official guest on Half Past Cha. I had a really wonderful time, truly, interviewing you, as if I don't know you already. Some of these things were new to me, some were not. So I had a great time. Did you have a good time?
I had a great time. Do you think you're ready to interview a guest next week?
I think so. I don't know. Guys, let me know how this
gosh.
was because I felt pretty good about it. Did you think that I did a good job interviewing?
I think you did a great job. I wasn't even, I didn't even think it was an interview. That's how good it was.
Wow. Okay. Well,
That's what I'm talking
what I wanted
about.
to hear. I was I was a little nervous about this, but I was also really excited to do it too. As soon as I finished up thinking through my ideas and everything, I ran upstairs and I said, Saketu, it's time to go. I'm going to interview you. And he said, no, let's do this and this. And I said, no, if we're going to do it, we need to do it now. I'm focused. I'm in the zone.
Boom.
My head is in the game. I'm ready to go.
We got it done, everybody.
Yeah. So thank you everybody for watching this episode of Half Past Cha. Next week we will be having a guest.
Yeah.
Or two.
And
Still figuring that out.
I want you guys' opinion. Would you rather these episodes be every other week? So then we have time to like film, edit, and then post it the week after, and then we'll film, edit, post it the week after, which gives us a little more time, or would you rather just have it weekly but a little shorter? I don't know.
Not necessarily shorter because this episode I didn't think it was going to be as long as it is.
Oh, I think it is pretty long.
I mean, it is. So that just proves to me that, I can interview people
Maybe.
and that's how it's good. It's going to be good.
And if you made it this far, I want you to comment boogly boogly ba. If you comment that means you made it to the very end.
And we're really impressed.
We're very impressed.
We might have a giveaway.
Yeah, if you comment boogly boogly ba, yeah, it's gonna be a big one.
Like it's gonna be a giveaway. We're gonna.
No, it's gonna be. I will personally reach out to you if you're the first person to comment boogly boogly ba. But that doesn't mean you're not supposed to do it.
Yeah.
Keep commenting it if you get to this point.
Yeah. So comment things other than that, please. We'd like your feedback. Want to know how this went. If you want more, I love personally. It's fine. I personally love being the one to lead the interviews, so I think maybe we can do that.
Just kick me out of the seat then.
No, it was really fun. I enjoyed this a lot, and I like talking, and I like you talking, and it was a pretty good vibe, I think.
It's a great vibe, so hope you guys enjoyed it.
Yes. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.
Thank you guys for watching.
I just said that.
See you guys next time.